Good morning and welcome to BIFAlink TV, your daily dose of industry information. This morning we welcome back Robert Windsor to talk about a recent dangerous goods article in January's BIFAlink magazine. Welcome back, Robert.
Okay,
Over
that's
to
fine.
you.
Thank you. Right. A bit of an update rather than an interview like we normally do. In January BIFAlink, and it's on page 8. The article is entitled, "Who is responsible for completing a dangerous goods note?" We've had a member contact us with an interesting question, looking at the other end of the journey of what happens when the dangerous goods have been delivered, and on the sea freight container it's placarded, there's the dangerous goods, the lozenge-shaped dangerous goods stickers, placards as I refer to them. Who is responsible to take those off? Now, the IMDG code is quite mute on this, and we have done some investigation, and if you remember, Scott came in to talk about dangerous goods in lithium batteries, so I spoke to him on this because, you know, the member has said, well, the client is basically saying, I'm not unloading, I'm not taking these off, it's the driver's responsibility. Now, the IMDG code only says that these placarding have to be removed, and there's a logic to that, because once the dangerous goods have been removed to the container, to put it back on the road, it should be, if you like, clean, because, you know, if there was an accident or an incident, fire brigade attend, they see all these, you know, corrosive labels, fire and that sort of stuff, they would go into a different mode than if they know it's just a container that's overturned or the truck's been involved in it. So that's why it is. Now, the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency, which is the regulator for maritime matters and dangerous goods and that sort of stuff in the maritime mode, issued, and this is a bit boring and technical, I'm sorry, it's called the Marine Guidance Note MGN 282M, and in particular paragraph 24, and that very simply states, it is the responsibility of the consignee receiver of any dangerous goods to remove any old placards affixed to the container prior to reuse. So basically, it is that party who has received the loaded container who has responsibility for taking it off. Now, I also had further communication with Scott, because I was quite interested in this, because if you look online, the information is very conflicting and quite confusing.
Right.
And a lot of it is about America. Now, what Scott says about the UK, and it's quite interesting, as the container has been received by a country subject to ADR, so that's ourselves, then it makes it clear that the unloader, so that's going to be the consignant, the receiver, the devanning warehouse, whatever you want to call, must ensure that the containers, once completely unloaded, cleaned and decontaminated, no longer display the placards. So it's very clear it is the place where the freight is actually delivered, it's unloaded, then that party is responsible to remove the placarding. I do know that some people just overspray with a spray can. That can be an issue because ports don't like to receive containers which have got paint on them and that sort of stuff. So that really answers the questions we have been receiving from members, and we thought, as it's the opposite side of what do you do to raise the dangerous goods notes, it would be just an interesting infill update for the members on this matter.
Of course.
Because we do receive this question from time to time.
Thank you very much, Robert, for providing that clarification.
Okay, that's fine, Natalie. Thank you very much for your time.
January's BIFAlink is now available to view online. We'll pop the link in the description below. That's all for today's episode of BIFAlink TV, your daily dose of industry information.